Overcoming darkness. 10 spiritual lessons from Buddhism. Life is an endless flow of light and darkness, joy and suffering, peace and turmoil. When we face adversity, we often feel fear, resistance, or even despair. However, Buddhism teaches that darkness is not the end. It is an inseparable part of our journey toward enlightenment. It does not come to destroy us, but to teach us, to help us see the impermanence of life and guide us toward liberation. The first step in overcoming suffering is to shift our perspective. We often see darkness as something negative, something that should not exist. But just as night allows us to appreciate the beauty of dawn, challenges help us understand the true value of happiness. When we accept that life is a balance of opposites, we stop resisting and begin learning from what we experience. Defining our fears is the key to controlling them. Fear thrives in the unknown, growing stronger when left undefined. But when we pause and confront it, we realize that fear is often nothing more than a creation of the mind. According to Buddhist teachings, it is not external circumstances that cause fear, but our thoughts about them. By naming our fears, they lose their power, and we begin to see that the only thing to fear is our own ignorance. Darkness is a teacher, not a punishment. In nature, a seed must be buried in the darkness of the soil before it can sprout. The lotus flower, a symbol of Buddhism, rises from muddy waters to bloom in beauty. Likewise, our struggles prepare us for growth and transformation. Even the Buddha himself faced suffering, leaving behind a life of luxury to experience pain, loss, and death before attaining enlightenment. Without darkness, how could we ever understand the light? Lighting our own inner flame is a core Buddhist philosophy. Be a light unto yourself, the Buddha taught. We must not wait for someone else to rescue us, for all the strength we need already lies within us. This inner flame is our values, our purpose, and our compassion. When we nurture these, we find the courage to move forward, no matter how dark the path may seem. Even in the deepest darkness, we can visualize the light ahead. This is not about escaping reality, but about recognizing the impermanence of all things. No suffering is eternal, no hardship lasts forever. When we hold on to this truth, we cultivate hope and resilience. The Buddha often spoke of impermanence. Just as the seasons change, so do our circumstances. The darkness we face today will eventually pass. Silence brings clarity. In a world full of noise and distractions, it is easy to become lost in our thoughts and emotions. However, stillness allows us to reconnect with ourselves and see things as they truly are. Meditation is a powerful practice that quiets the mind, helping us cultivate peace and wisdom. In silence, we do not run away from our problems. We create space to face them with a calm and focused mind. Stories of resilience remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. The Buddha himself overcame great obstacles to attain enlightenment, and countless others have risen above adversity. The lotus flower growing from the mud symbolizes the human ability to transform pain into strength. By learning from these stories, we realize that no matter how difficult life may seem, there is always a way forward. Creating spiritual rituals helps ground us during uncertain times. These rituals, whether simple or elaborate, serve as reminders of our strength and resilience. A morning meditation, a moment of gratitude, or even a deep breath can anchor us when everything feels unstable. Taking action, no matter how small, is essential in overcoming darkness. When we feel lost, even a single step forward can break the cycle of stagnation. Whether it is reaching out to a friend, setting a small goal, or simply breathing mindfully, every action creates momentum, reminding us that we are not powerless. Letting go of what weighs us down is the final lesson. Much of our suffering comes from attachment. We hold on to past regrets, fears of the future, and relationships that no longer serve us. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means freeing ourselves from unnecessary burdens so that we can move forward with lightness and clarity. Darkness is not the end. It is a guide, a stepping stone, a reminder that even in the deepest struggles, there is wisdom to be found. When we shift our perspective, define our fears, embrace our struggles, and ignite our own inner light, we discover that darkness is not something to be feared. It is something to be understood. No night lasts forever, and no light comes from outside alone. The truest light is the one we find within ourselves. Sparkle,